Hello and welcome back to the Energy Connect studio at the Egypt Energy Show, or EGYPES 2026 in Cairo, where we are honored to have with us Ambassador Nasser Kamel, the Secretary General of Union for Mediterranean. Thank you so much, Ambassador Kamel, for joining us today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
To start off, could you give us a quick overview of UfM's role in ensuring a stable, secure and reliable energy ecosystem for the region?
Let's start by saying that the Union for the Mediterranean is a regional intergovernmental organization that has as a mission increasing cooperation and integration within the Euromed region in all sectors, including, of course, energy. That is an important driver of economic growth, employment, and what have you. So on the energy sector, our main goal is to try as much as we can to bring our member state to harmonize their energy policy, try to create a market, an energy market that is coordinated between the member states. Interconnection is a very important criteria and goal that we are trying to work with our member states to achieve. And on top of that is the transition, the green transition to renewable energy, especially in view of the huge potential of the South Med, especially in terms of wind and sun, and Europe strategy in going into carbon neutrality and eventually zero emission by 2030.
And as a part of that, the Union for Mediterranean plays a key role in fostering dialogue and enhanced cooperation among member states and also in the wider region.
That's actually the DNA, because we are at the end of the day a political institution. We provide a platform where ministers, stakeholders, including business leaders, industry, NGOs, we bring them together in order to create a common understanding and coordinate policy, and also propose projects. And we do engage actually in proposing specific projects to our member state in the field of energy.
Now, one of your mandates is energy security, and with everything that's happening around the world now and in the region, how do you see the role of renewable energy and storage in ensuring energy security?
Energy as the latest development in the Gulf, and before that, the war in Russia, they have both had a disruptive impact on the energy market and energy prices all over the world. We have a very simple fact in the Euromed region. The southern Mediterranean country, or to be more accurate, North Africa, has huge potential when it comes to wind and power. The cost of producing energy in this region is 34% less than the cost of producing it in Europe. So the potential for integration between the two regions is huge. We're talking about the possibility of the North Africa producing 32,000 giga, not mega. So in that sense, we need to create the right condition, and by the right condition is harmonization of regulatory frameworks, is de-risking in terms of investment, because those investment tends to be very long-term, bringing the IFIs into the sector, and also, and this is even more important, interconnection between north of the Mediterranean and the south of the Mediterranean. And many projects are being actually under construction, including between Egypt and Greece, between Morocco and Spain, between Tunisia and Italy. But there is still a long way, so we can achieve the possibility of having North Africa as an important provider in terms of renewable. But let's not also forget the potential of the East Med in terms of gas, which we consider a transitional source of energy that has a minimum carbon footprint, and that could complement in ensuring the stability of the grid in our countries.
And an important part of that is also, building the Mediterranean as a hub for clean energy and hydrogen.
That's exactly what I said, because once you have invested in renewable, naturally you could produce green hydrogen. You don't have green hydrogen without renewables. But green hydrogen, I have to be very honest with you, 3 or 4 years ago there were a huge drive in terms of investment, and big multinational companies were very eager to start investing. I noticed before the current crisis that this enthusiasm has faded in a certain way because of some of the technical difficulties related to that industry. Now I see a renewed interest in terms of producing green hydrogen in Egypt especially, and in Morocco. I'm taking 2 countries of the region. First, to provide energy for local energy intensive industry, but also using the infrastructure, the gas infrastructure, as a possible, I mean by that pipes and other, as a possible way of transportation of green hydrogen to the north or to neighboring countries.
And how do you see, with everything that's going on in terms of energy security and the current geopolitical crisis, do you see greater momentum for investments in renewables?
The renewables, already the incentive was there even before the crisis, including in the Gulf region. The UAE, for example, and Saudi Arabia are investing heavily in renewables. So renewable is not really related to the current crisis, but the current crisis is proving that diversification is the answer. And by diversification, it is in terms of the energy mix, but it's also in terms of the source, the geographical source of that energy. But we have a case, a very special case in the Euromed region in terms of the potential, in terms of the market. You have a huge market in Europe, and you have a huge potential in North Africa. And that's where the UfM, but others, and even national government should really focus on that, because it could have an extremely important role in enhancing regional integration and overall economic growth.
And finally, Ambassador Kamel, we are here at Egypt Energy Show in Cairo. The theme this year is transforming energy through collaboration, action and realism. How does that resonate with you?
Well, that's exactly what we've been saying in the last few minutes. Having organized Egypt this year, actually I commend the Egyptian government decision to do it, especially in the current geopolitical situation in the Gulf and the energy, the uncertainty surrounding the energy market in terms of where it's heading. So, Egypt position, geographical, and Egypt position as a hub in terms of East Med gas. I think it was important for Egypt to organize this important yearly gathering, and the theme is quite on target when it comes to the challenge we're facing today.
Ambassador Kamel, it's been such a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Ambassador Nasser Kamel there, the Secretary General of the Union for Mediterranean and the former Egyptian ambassador to the UK. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, and you can get more coverage like this and comprehensive news from the energy industry at energyconnects.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media, and I'll see you soon on another episode of the Energy Connects discussion from here at the Energy Connect studio at EGYPES.